Hey everybody, welcome to Oak and Hollow Games. I'm Daryl Davey, and I'm down in the game room, and today, kind of doing a late night one, see if this time slot works any better, and I'm down here working on something anyways, so I figured I might as well hop in and give some, updates, because in the last couple of days, a lot of meticulous little stuff has come in, that helps me kind of like future-proof some stuff. So to start, I do have the new game board, one of two samples. I talked a few videos ago about getting a couple of test boards made and sent through. So this is one of them. It is a quad fold board, and I'm actually pretty surprised with how well the materials were. I had gone just to test it and see size and shape and everything. Maybe not the most expensive one I could have gotten with all the bells and whistles, but I'll show you the fold quick. But it folds out really nice. I think it's 6x6 when it's folded down. And it turns out to be a nice mat. Obviously, it looks a little bit better when it's laying down flat, but the colors turned out pretty well. Might adjust a couple of things, but I went with the 2-line via the community suggestions. So, again, your voting, your communication with me matters. I do genuinely ask these questions because I care about your answers and what people think, and you had brought up some good points. So I have, I'll do it like this. I can fold it like that. So I have the starting zones marked out with the double lines where your leader goes, and then this little part has been added in the center for when playing a 3-player game. You start here, and then the third person will go up there, and it can come from any direction. So, that being said, I like the look, I like the design, and most importantly, it fits in the boxes that we already use for All Hallows Eve. So from our side of things, that helps keep costs down. We can bulk order even more, which means costs go down, which means I can save you guys money when you buy more games. I don't want to rob you at all. So it's important to me to get quality stuff that's cheap enough, that fits the bill. And this, speaking of fitting the bill, will schmuck right in the box right there. So I'm going to be now looking at how I'm going to do inserts and stuff inside. In theory, I could probably even go smaller on the boxes, but sizing stickers, making sure information on the back is legible, and then finding boxes that are the right size and dimensions for things is more difficult than I would assume, or very expensive if I want to go a few other routes. So I found a nice happy medium, and I'm going to try and stick with that. And my goal had been to find a box that fit the same size as All Hallows Eve boxes as you see behind me for both the All Hallows Eve box and then the demo one. The demo is the one I carry any of the newest iteration that were. So currently that's where Geist and Zed live when I'm hauling them around. So speaking of Geist and Zed, moving away from Skirmish and back to them, the World event should be uploading. I had some problems uploading it before. I had to verify the account so I could have videos longer than 15 minutes, which I'd done with another account, not this one, and I forgot, so wasted a lot of time waiting for that to upload, and then found out it wasn't going to post. So hopefully that other angle is coming through. Don't know how many of you are going to actually watch it or not, but it's there for those who do. But what that proved is the game is, I knew it was going to be expandable, and that was like the whole goal, but it more than on paper, it physically worked with 6 monsters and 8 players, and not that there's ever, I'm going to certainly try, but not that there's ever going to be an event where there's 8 people around the table playing the same game. But it did function. And with that, it made me look back at my All Hallows Eve World box, and only a few of you have probably seen this. The world box is, well, here, I'll show you the top first. You see it in the background. It's usually sitting up here, tucked out of the way. And what it is every single expansion that I have planned. Now, so these are 8, and there's one in here, and then one in a super special one here. Hey, Josh, how's it going? Tell your brother to get on here and watch some stuff, too. So 8, 9, 10 monsters that are being worked on, plus Zed and Geist, plus the 4 that are already out. So there's a lot of monsters that will eventually come. All of these, what I've been doing is I've had card sleeves, but it's nice. I can pick out just at a glance. I know which one we're getting. But if somebody wanted to play Miasma, or somebody wanted to play Lupine, or The Blot, or Murder Burger, I have each of the decks colored. All the candy cards are going to be in these blue sleeves. All the trick-or-treaters will be in orange. And then each monster has their own individual color. And then monster cards are usually in red. For me, that organization, that kind of quick, I can grab it, we can do it, is necessary for me, just as a creator, and for when people come over and like, I want to try something brand new. And I go, you know what, sure, let's see if Flurry from the Silent Night, that's not coming out for years, works with The Blot, another one that's not coming out for years, just because you're in the mood for a blob monster and a snow monster. And we can pull those out. Everything in here has been looked over and is functional to a degree. I mean, they're tests, right? So not everything's going to be perfect, but that's what we have them for. So what I'm doing tonight, I got some new sleeves, so I'm going to be sleeving up 2 of my monsters so that they all have individual ones. Before I had them kind of black, and a few of them were individualized, but just, again, how my brain works, I wanted them and needed them in separate color sleeves. I had enough to do most of them, but not all of them. So, Murder Burger, it's going to have these super sweet yellow ones because of Fry colors. And then Lupine. Oh, no, I was going to do the silver, or this copper for Lupine, but Bog Body is going to be getting these kind of, like, copper color sleeves. If you ever look up a bog body, it's super interesting. Love swamps, love bogs. Katie, if you ever watch this video, thank you for always being my bog buddy. But bog bodies are super interesting. So, but they're this very coppery, leathery tone from being, you know, mummified in a marsh. So these cards are going to go on that. So what I did is I de-sleeved the old ones. And again, this is part of the game making process. This is why I show you guys this. I want to be as transparent as possible, as all the politicians say and never truly are. But this is how I do it. This is printer paper. I cut it out, I slice it up. I've got some over there. Print it, slice it, and some of these are from years ago now, where I put them on these really flimsy, crappy, small cards. They're trash, they bend, so I just use magic card, swamps, lands, whatever, to back them. Take it, slap it on, put it in a sleeve. Oh, there goes that one, I'll get that later. Put it in a sleeve, and then they're viable to play. I can pull them out, I can write on them, I can take them out, put a new one in if it's not working. It's just a nice system for as we're playing, let's try this, and like, oh, you know, at the moment this isn't working, or I need to take a note on something, I don't have a notebook. I can just write it straight on the card, slide it back in, and then as we're playing, we can use those notes and actively change. So it's like a living thing that we're operating on as we are playing, and it proves to be a very nice way of game design and game testing all in one. So I'm getting Bog Body and Murder Burger sleeved up in orange or yellow and copper. I have reworked the servers for them. I'm spitting a lot of words out because I haven't spoke a ton. If you dig through some of the pictures, you'll see some of the expansions I've released pictures of. And I'm open. I want to talk about it because I want people to know that there is a world of All Hallows Eve that's coming. It's not semantics. This is something I want to continue to grow. So that is what I'll be doing tonight on this snowy, blustery evening, and I'm really hoping we don't have work tomorrow, so then I can maybe get some more of this stuff done. The last thing I'll show you guys tonight is, speaking of, I took some time and I keep forgetting, speaking of having everything viable, everything playable, all the tokens, all the pieces we need to play those also have to be there, including the trick-or-treaters. This weekend I hope to have some time painting, so you might see some of this stuff pop up. But I got the trick-or-treaters, used to be campers, now everything's trick-or-treaters, for the All Hallows Eve 2 Cabin Fever, which will be another big 3-monster expansion box. Not expansion, it's like a starter set. Cabin Fever. And so I went back to some of the files. Some of the stuff wasn't working. Some things that I've changed on how, like, game semantics work and game verbiage. So I swapped some of those stuff out, and with that I needed to change some of the designs, and they just needed an update. So people could see them better. So, like, now the scouts, who used to just have letters on the back, so, like, the rabbit scout has rabbit ears, and I have to say, I'm delighted with how cute this thing is. The trout scout has a little fish hat. The crow scout might rework this one again. Hard to tell. Kind of looks like a penguin. Not sure why it looks so much like a penguin, but it really does. Probably just the body shape. And then the Fox Scout has little fox ears, just so they're discernible at a glance on the table. And then I have a kayaker with a little paddle, the Survivalist with his little bandolier and his headband, the float, the big floaty, the swimmer. You've probably seen him in the past videos. A lifeguard with a little whistle, camp counselor, security guard, I think. He has a big flashlight, fancy little pocket, maintenance man, and the scout leader. So it's a camp theme. Originally, they were campers with cabin cards instead of candy cards and so on, but we've just chose to, for the sake of brevity, everything was going to work the same anyways. It's all campy, it's all houses and stuff, so deal with it. It'll be fine. People will still like it. It'll be fun. So there's a look into the distant future. There's still some stuff coming out before I want to tackle another big release like that. But Miasma, one of the monsters that'll be in there, is one of the first 3 or 4 monsters I designed. Cog, Mischief, Noita, Krusty Ray, and Miasma were the first 5 monsters ever designed, and Miasma's been waiting. So she will come out when her time is due. A little treat for those of you who actually sit down and watch these videos. You got to see a little glimpse into the future. Yeah, I think that is all I have for the evening, and I don't even have any waits. But yeah, so let me know in the comments down below what you think of the mat. I should have a neoprene mat coming soon, weather dependent. It should be here by the end of, well, I thought it was going to be here today. Maybe as late as mid next week. But I am off to go sleeve the last of my cards, do some slicing, and then go to bed and probably shovel in the morning. So, thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. Josh, thanks for sticking around the whole time. If you have any questions, please post them down below. And probably Saturday I'll hop back on and do another video updating where I've got. You all have an excellent evening. See you later.